Today we're going to be talking about jumpsuits, overalls and playsuits. So these are more of a casual type of clothing. I really love them. This is a very selected group that I have, so I don't have a whole lot of them. I've carefully curated these type of clothes in my wardrobe over many years. And the reason for that is because I do actually have a long torso. When I was in my teens and early 20s, when the fashion was more tight-fitting, I think I really had quite a problem with this type of garment. But I think these days with a little bit more relaxed clothing, I think that the manufacturers have actually made them a little bit longer because I'm able to wear them. I'm basically still the same size that I was way back then. So I do actually think they're a little bit more generous in the length, which means I'm on board. So it's just a really great type of outfit to wear, simply because it is so unexpected. I thought I would start with these overalls here. I actually call these my play clothes. And I found them in an op shop. That sort of is like a tagline, I think, for me. So they were $7 and they're just so much fun. So they are grey. They're by a company called Iceworks, the X. The grey is probably not that flattering. It probably wouldn't be my first choice, and I am on the lookout for more like a denim pair. And so when I find the right one, then I don't know if I'll ever replace them, but I'll just add them to them because these are really quite sentimental for me. But I think by their very nature, it's better if you do have a little bit more of a relaxed look. They're not meant to be fitted, and I think that is something that you just have to mentally get your head around, that it's not about creating this shape. I think that's when things start to look really weird with overalls, when you do want them really tight fitting. So they are designed to be a little bit looser. But I just really love these. As you can see, I'm wearing them now with a singlet, but you could wear it in winter with a long sleeve jumper. I have done that before. What I also do sometimes in winter is wear it with like a baker boy hat, and that just really gives that whole sort of cool vibe. Wear it with another baker boy hat, something like this. So with the grey colour, it does restrict me a little bit with what I can wear them with, and that's really why I'm on the lookout for a blue denim pair. And when I find the right pair, then I'll add them to it. But yeah, these overalls are just really fun, and they are designed more for a relaxed kind of feel on the weekends. So it's a great way to wear denim. I actually roll them up on the ankle. I have tried them having all the way down to the floor, but they just don't look right. I think the rolled up look, it really is designed to just be super casual. I've even worn them on a plane. They're great for travelling, so comfortable, so hard wearing with this denim. I mean, considering that these were secondhand when I bought them, which was probably about 7 years ago now, and they're still going strong, and I have worn them a lot. They cost me $7, and I'm pretty sure my cost per wear is about 5 cents. It's just been an incredible buy. It really has. So this jumpsuit here looks really plain, I know, so I'll just explain. I got it from Chic, and it was drastically reduced. I know that it was less than half price, so I just thought it was worth it. It's a linen viscose, so the linen just makes it really wearable and lightweight, and then with the viscose, it just stops the creasing of the linen. It's relatively easy to iron. I can't say that I got all of the creases out, but I think that's really just part of the look. I'm not so much into just this plain kind of beige look, but I do get it. But I must admit, I think I'm more of a colour person. Nevertheless, I do actually appreciate what this does. This actually came with gold buttons. There were gold buttons here and then gold buttons all the way down, and I'm really just not a gold person. So I swapped them out. So these are the buttons here that I already had in my button box. These were from that Zara dress that I showed you last week, that sort of beige one where I swapped the buttons over and I had some spares. So I had 4 of those, and then I had this one here, which, yeah, I just thought it was a little bit fun. Like I said, I don't mind mixing it up. To me, it just created a little bit of interest in the outfit. And then these were ones that I had in a bag. I've still got like 50 left, and they just were the perfect size for this here. It also came with a cord because they've got the gold hoops here. But I really didn't like that look of the cord because you basically had to then just have it dangling down the front, which I just don't get at all. So what I did was I then styled it with this belt. You do kind of have to fiddle with it a little bit. I think it's better if the extra bulk is sort of more behind and then the front is a little bit more streamlined. I personally just don't like bulk around my front. That's just from years and years and years of being me. So what I do is I then just style it with this belt, and then that just kind of keeps that silver theme going. It just creates a little bit of interest as well. It obviously creates some shape, which the original cord was designed to do. But I think by having a belt, it just elevates a little bit more. So I think by actually removing the belt that it comes with and then adding your own, it really does elevate the outfit. I get lots of comments whenever I wear it, and it is comfortable. You know, you can sort of see that there are areas where it's quite loose, and then here with the long torso, you can do squats. It's probably the squat test is a good test. But with the legs, so it goes a little bit above the ankle, sort of tapers down. But yeah, this was a really good find. I was quite chuffed when I got it because there was no way I would have ever paid full price for it. But I think when I got it for a discounted price, I thought, oh, that's really good. And then I have actually made myself wear it. So it's quite fun. Once again, I really like this thick cuff here. I think that sort of feature on any garment just really makes it look good. And then with the collar, obviously it's designed to just be a little bit of a slight V, so I do think that this feature does actually counterbalance the fact that it's all just one. So I actually got these invisible hair ties, and they are just fantastic for putting on belts. Got this bag of like, I don't know, 50 for $3 or something, and they're really good for just tying that little flappy bit here. And nobody will ever really notice or look close enough. Like, you know, we think that everybody notices everything about us, but they really don't. So yeah, it's just a really good little tip if you've got these kind of situations where you want to put a belt on, but the garment just doesn't have belt loops, or if where the belt ends is between the loops. So it's just a great little hack, that one. I've got another belt which I can swap out, and I'll show you that in a sec. Okay, so another belt here, which I think this one just blends in a little bit more with the outfit, but the same sort of thing. It just gives a little bit of a feature, and then it covers up that those gold hoops, which I just couldn't get rid of because they were part of the garment. So this way, I've actually adjusted a garment which I liked probably 90% of it, and then I've adjusted the next 10%. Which is by removing the gold and putting in the silver, which suits my skin tone a little bit better and suits all of my accessories as well. So just slight adjustments, and the adjustments didn't cost me anything because they were buttons that I already had in my button box. So yeah, this belt here is just another one that just blends in a little bit, but it does give that defining of the waist a little bit of a feature. This is actually a great jumpsuit. It's my latest one, and I really do love it, and it is more of a weekend look. I wouldn't wear it formally. It is more of a smart casual kind of a look. I tend to wear heels with everything, so I would wear them with heels, and then that just gives that little bit of elevation, but it is actually really comfortable. Covered up, so it's quite modest. You know, I feel like I can wear it anywhere and it wouldn't offend anybody, but it is actually fun to wear, and it's kind of like playful. So I think one thing that we need to address about jumpsuits in particular is the bathroom factor. So many people comment about, oh, it's just such a hassle when you have to go to the bathroom. It doesn't really bother me because I think nobody knows what I get up to when I'm in there. And in reality, how long does it take to remove this? 5 seconds? It's really not that much of a hassle. I think you just kind of have to mentally just factor that all in. So what I tend to do is, obviously if I'm in a public bathroom, is I just take everything off and just put it on the hook that's usually on the door. If not, I can even hang it over the door. But that way it stops anything from being increased. I wouldn't let anything like that get in the way. I think because I come from more of a philosophy that I've always suffered for my fashion. Style wins for me, so I am prepared to, and I wouldn't say be in pain, but I just take it more on board that when I'm out, I'm all dressed up and that's that. What I do really like about jumpsuits in particular is it's a bit like a dress. It's one and done. It's just one outfit, and that long continuous line just really is quite effective. So this jumpsuit here is clearly more of a summer outfit. And then when it arrived, I ordered it online, and then when it arrived, the straps were actually quite long, so I did actually stitch them up. But even when I stitched them up, it was still quite low, and I thought, I can't do that. And then I separately ordered this top here, which is from River Island, and it was actually cropped. Once again, no, don't do that. I'm not going to show my midriff. So what I did was I undid all of the elastic, and so this has actually just got a bit of a frayed hem on the top, but that's okay. And then I just put it underneath here. So I have actually worn this outfit to work. As you can see, it covers everything. It just covers a lot of skin. But it is a little bit unexpected, and that's what I really like about jumpsuits, is it's unexpected. You don't expect to see pants that are all in one. So, and I really love pink and red together, so I just kind of paired this together, and surprisingly it just works. It really does. Once again, it's a little bit more loose fitting, but you just do, that is actually part of the feature of the jumpsuit. It's got some darts here. But, you know, it's certainly not fitting. And I think if I was to put a belt, it would really ruin the whole line of it. So these legs are a little bit wide leg, and they are quite long. I wear my red patent leather shoes with them. And yeah, it's just a really comfortable outfit that just kind of works. So this is another way that I styled it. I wore this to a family Christmas dinner a few years ago. It was obviously hot in Australia. We have opposite seasons to Northern Hemisphere. So I actually wore this to an outdoor dinner, family Christmas dinner, and it was fine. Like, it's a little bit low. I certainly wouldn't expose this much skin at work, but it was fine. And I didn't feel like I was showing anything either, but because it's a beautiful cotton linen fabric, it's so light, and yeah, it just worked really well. I also replaced these buttons with the similar ones to this one on the sleeves, because it came, I think, with gold buttons. I can't remember. I got it so many years ago, I can't even remember what the buttons were, but once again, I just changed it up and just adapted it to me, so that what I saw, even though I liked most of it, and then I just changed the last little bit to make it custom for me. So this is one way that I wore it. I just love pink and red together, and wearing it just with this scarf. Yeah, I just sort of thought it just balanced it all out. So this jumpsuit here had my name on it, literally. When I saw it on the rack, it caught my eye. And then when I actually, as I normally do, you're probably the same, look straight away at the price tag, and on the tag, its name is the Heather jumpsuit. So it had my name on it, and I just thought, I have to buy it. How often do I see garments that literally have my name on them? So I bought it. It's probably one of the few times that I have actually paid full price for something, but I have worn this a lot. But this is my staple in summer. So it's linen, and it's in this sort of like peachy kind of colour. It's wide leg, which is just really great. It comes just to my ankles, and which is great in terms of showing off the shoes in summer. So this is what I tend to wear it with. Basket bag, and then also some wedges for summer. It's just a great look, keep everything really neutral. Now I know that you're probably going to think that I'm contradicting myself with what I'm going to say next. But this is where I just think there's no one size fits all. I think we do have to sort of have rules and then tweak them. So I said previously that the fabric belts that come with the garments are not very good, but I personally think with this, it does actually look better with the fabric belt because it just gives that continuous line. So I have actually kept the fabric belt, and most of the time I do actually wear it with this. So this belt here is from Country Road. I got it in an op shop. And I really do like this belt because it does actually blend in beautifully with the outfit. And especially with these accessories as well, I think it does work. And I have worn this from time to time. I definitely feel like it's firmer and it sort of gives a little bit more structure to the outfit. So that's one option, but you can probably see how it also then breaks things up a little bit, which I don't mind mixing it up, but it is something to consider. So I've got a couple of other belts to show you as well. And this one here, another op shop find, and this has just got a little bit of bling, which I kind of love. It blends in with the pink. I didn't actually put it through the loops, you could do that, just trying to do it in a hurry. But this is quite a nice one as well. It's, yeah, just another feature to it. And then I've got one that blends in a little bit more. So then this one is another Country Road leather belt that I got in an op shop. So this is probably the one that I would tend to go a little bit more often, so even the stick ties here, but it does actually blend in a little bit more. So I just don't want to overcomplicate the outfit. I want things to be quite simple. So I'll try not to make too much of a feature of the waist with this one, just because I think otherwise it just breaks. But yeah, fun jumpsuit. Another jumpsuit that I found in a shop. I did actually pay full retail price for this one as well. But when I saw it, I thought, oh, this is just beautiful. It's linen. And it comes with a fabric belt, which I do actually wear because I just think it just gives that continuous line. Strapless, so it's perfect for summer. It does have pockets. It's very similar to the previous one. Comes to the ankle, which is great for showing off the shoes in summer. It's really like the jumpsuit equivalent of a white linen dress, which is really just a classic staple for summer, I think. It's fully lined. So it's just, honestly, I really do love this jumpsuit and I wear it a lot. It's a little bit elevated, but like I said, that's just kind of my style anyway. I tend to wear heels with everything. I tend to have things a little bit elevated even when I am casual. So yeah, this is just a really fun jumpsuit that I've got a lot of wear out of. I think because I have paid full price for this one and for the previous one, I make myself wear it. And I just love the linen look as well. So yeah, fabulous. So the next three are playsuits, and I think even just the name playsuit, it obviously brings up connotations of fun. So this is the third word that I would use to describe my style, which is classic, elegant, and fun. This one I got in an op shop. It's actually from Boohoo, which apparently is the worst brand for sustainability. Recently there was all this published data saying it's really terrible. But I sort of figure it's only really bad if I buy it retail, because I got it in an op shop and I have no intention of disposing of it. I'm just going to wear it every summer. It's just great. But what I love about this is it's just got some crazy colours in it. I love the design. I love the fact that it's high neck, so it's modest, sleeveless. There's a zip up the back. It is really well made. It's got a waistband here. It does have pockets. And once again, I just thought, what's the point of removing it? It's more bother than it's worth. And it's got some darts here, which just gives a nice shape. And see how the legs are just a little bit wider. So it just sort of gives that roomy squat test. And it is actually really comfortable. I just wear this heaps in summer. So just a really fun outfit. And I just wear it a lot. Once again, just one and done. So even though it's got some patterns, because it is actually just one piece, it's just so easy to wear. And it's an unexpected outfit. That's what I really love about these all-in-one garments, is it's unexpected. Nobody really expects you to wear it. And even then it's like, is it a dress or is it shorts? It's like, no, it's shorts. So by having that little bit of flow down the bottom, it just gives you all the protection of, say, having shorts, but it gives the look of, say, a dress. But yeah, check out your op shop. So another op shop find. This is from an Australian brand called Forever New. I just really like this. It's like that dusky pink. So it is a neutral, but it's a little bit pink. It sort of straddles a lot of different colours that I think just work really well, particularly in summer. You wear it with a basket bag, straw hat, wedges. Sure, it's got some pockets which I don't really use, and a little bit flary, which I just think that sort of seems to work well with jumpsuit. So it does have this elasticated waist, which I would probably just put with a belt. And by actually having one that is tonal, I think it just covers up all that elastic, gives a little bit of shape without being another thing to look at. So this would be one that I have actually worn it with. Also wear this one, so the same sort of belts that I showed you earlier. You know, and having the belt just kind of elevates it as well. It just takes it from being super casual into just something a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. One more. Now this one is a little bit of a deviation. I know that some of it is almost like a little bit weird and a bit tacky, that in a way kind of makes it look good. Once again, I found it in an op shop. So it's silver, so it's almost like you can wear it to dinner in the middle of a summer if you're on a summer holiday. It travels well because it is so lightweight. You can fold it in a suitcase. And it does actually have sleeves, some short sleeves here. It's a little bit of a slope sleeve, and then with a collar. It's very fixed. When I was trying it on in the change room, I was sort of thinking, oh, how would I change it? And I think that if I started fiddling with it, I would ruin the whole thing. So I just kind of accept it for what it is. So it does actually have a defined waistband. It's very specific. I think that if there was one part of it that just didn't quite fit you, it would be off. And I think they've made it so specific that I don't think it will suit everybody. Anyway. So it's got a waistband, it's got a zip down the front, got some pockets, which I just kept. I don't wear it that often, but I still don't want to get rid of it because it is actually quite fun. So it's actually a fun little place to have fun with our clothes. And I think this is definitely a category of clothing that I haven't overly invested in. I've only got 8 of them altogether in the 3 different categories. And I have been very careful. I've carefully curated each of them. It's taken me a long time to get to this point where I even have these 8 in my wardrobe. So it's not a big area, but it certainly is something that I've had a lot of fun with, and it's nice for kind of like an off-duty, unexpected outfit. So if you like my content and you want to see more, please like and subscribe. So I look forward to seeing you next week when we're going to be looking at shorts, the classic elegance